So, hello and welcome everybody out there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching Interactive SK, the summer season of 2021. And today's episode is a little bit different to what you are used. And I'm going to explain that quickly because sadly, and luckily maybe, so there's both ways to see it. We are not coming with Adrian Marvel, with our Adrian. Sadly enough, he got his vaccination done last Friday, and he did not feel very well all week long. So since the weekend, but he is on the way on the recovery. So don't be upset, guys. He is all right. He just needs a little bit time of recovery. So, and we thought, okay, what we gonna do, because we wanna really bring you the best this island has to offer, and we wanna show you the fantastic locations like we promised you last week. And here I am, and I'm so happy to say hello to our lovely Dawn Dukas. Hi Dawn, thank you so much. In last minute you say, okay, let's do it. Let's give Adrian a little bit of a break, and let's do it. So I hope Ad is watching and he's feeling a lot better, but I know he's so upset he can't be here.
Yeah, and we are as well. We are as well. I mean, obviously, I'm sitting in for Adrian, but we wish him very well. We hope he's going to get well soon. Health is wealth, as they call it here in Greece. So we definitely wish him well.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, and guys, but we said, okay, let's do it. Let's show you something beautiful. And one of the most beautiful things we know, Dawn and me together, is here the fishing harbor of Petriti, what is at the same time the biggest fishing harbor on the island, the main fishing harbor on the island.
It is, Thomas, that's correct. It's actually one of the only registered working fishing villages here, obviously, other than Cassiope, but it's the main one now. So you have a lot of the fish trawlers. There are generally speaking, five families here in Petriti that have the fish trawlers here. And
we saw one going out just earlier. That's why I just started to broadcast, because lucky enough, they just gone. At the moment, the countdown was still running, so I cut that short. I apologize for that one. But now carry on. It is one of the main ones.
It is. And of course, they'll be out. They'll be really busy collecting the fish that basically is distributed all over the island of Corfu. And that's really why it makes Petriti such an absolutely fabulous place, because you see that fish coming in. You can have first choice. A lot of the guys here that have tavernas either have their own boats and fish themselves, or they're associated with the families that have the trawler boats. So they're going to get fresh fish every single day.
I know. First choice. We have the luxury not living far away. So for us, it is a 10-minute walk to the fishing harbor. So it's great.
That's right.
And it's
I can show you a shortcut, actually, Thomas.
Oh,
you can be here in 3 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The faster, the better. You know, it's great, especially when it goes about
trade
seafood.
Secrets.
Oh, I mean, I have to admit, I love seafood, and I always eat seafood if I have the opportunity. And there's a few good places dotted around the island where you really get. And I think it comes from here. The fish comes from here.
Yes, but I mean, there is. I'm sure on each side of the island there are certain places where certain fish can't actually be caught. So I suppose an exchange of goods from one side of the island to the other with the fishers. The fishermen. So.
I mean, it's here. I mean, what I wanted to say was, I never found a place like that before. Where yes, you know. I know fishing villages, I know fishing harbors, and that through my travels, and but here it's just something special on it, like everywhere else here on the island. But this with the fish, with the tavernas here, you're really so close. So it's one of the points you can get really from the boat to the restaurant in what do we have it here? 20 meters?
Yeah, 20 meters.
Around that. I'll show you that, guys.
Yeah, 20 meters.
Here it is.
Yeah, this is Leonidas Taverna. He opened on Sunday. And a lot of the locals, and certainly myself, because I've known the family for over 25 years, as long as they've had the taverna. It's so really, really nice to see the family back again. And when I say family, the Ep5, she's the mom, she's the wife, she's the cook. She's
that's
in
always
the kitchen.
interesting. That's funny. Adrian, we always talk about food. There's not one episode of us you cannot find food in it. I know we just crazy, but you know, Here it is the same, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You will find in many of the tavernas, many of the fish tavernas and the grill houses that, the lady in waiting, the mum, she is
Mm.
the cook. The Greek women are established cooks. They really know their business in the kitchen. They're very organized. They're very orderly. And it's really what you need in some of these very busy tavernas. They can have 200 to 300 people pass through on a
Pass
daily
through on a day,
basis. So you have to be very
But
organized.
it's not the only fish taverna so close now. I mean, there's all the others down just 50 meters. There's the next one.
That's right. Yeah, you start off with the Leonidas Taverna here on the corner from the main port, and then you take yourself down past the port to obviously the beach area. Now this is what we call sort of like a small promenade.
Yeah.
And you have Stamatis Taverna.
That's the first one.
That's the first one. Then next to this, you have Limonopoulos, very well established
Say
taverna.
that again, please.
Limonopoulos.
Limonopoulos.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And I've been very good in saying that without an ouzo. I've done that just on coffee.
Oh, just the coffee. Oh, okay. I did not know that. So, ouzo. So everybody has his right.
Yeah, if you drink an ouzo, it really, really makes it a lot easier to speak Greek. Limonopoulos.
Limonopoulos.
Yes. And then you have Limonaki, which is just next to this, where Christina apartments are. And then you have the Mythos Bar. You have Nikos at the Mythos Bar. So you've got a really, really good choice here. And it's a lovely little bay as well.
It's a lovely little bay as well. If I could just show you guys. Hi, guys. Here we are. We're just outside. So thanks for logging on. Thanks for watching. It's so great to see you again. And today we are going slowly into the full power version of our interactive SK. So if you have any questions regarding your holiday here on the island of Corfu or anything else, please let us know. Write to inbox@studiocaregiver.com or simply send us a message here now live. But just to show you guys, we're sitting in our van. In the back you can see here, that's the entrance of the taverna. Again,
Leonidas.
This is, I try, but I had a little bit stress to my defense, didn't I?
Yes. So everything was just, I would say, more than last minute.
It was
looking
really
like a Greek tragedy, I have to admit, but it's turned out great in the end. I've been absolutely amazed, viewers at home, at how the knowledge of Thomas and how he's been able to actually just bam, wham, bam, everything together, putting cameras here, there, and everywhere, and making sure all the technology is working. So a big thumbs up for Thomas. I am very, very impressed.
Oh, it goes. Where is will, there is a way, as we say. And here, let me get you back. That's where we are. That's just behind me for the entrance. It's great, and that's what it is all about in interactive SK. We want to be really as close as possible, and we're gonna have a lot of treats for you in store. So and opposite that you can see the fantastic fishing harbor of Petriti. It's great.
Yeah, there's all the little boats, all the privately owned fishing boats all lined up there, and everyone just state it.
You know the people do.
Well,
it's not like
I do actually.
You live in this area for how long?
I can pick a few boats out there. This will be my 30th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. You're still loving it because you're still so excited. You're still so in love with the area and the island. It's great to see. For me, it's great to see.
It is, Thomas. It's a love affair. It certainly has. You're drawn to absolutely everything here. Even the little bits of life that are not so great. You do embrace. Really, really want to embrace everything when you come and live on an island like this. And especially, obviously, bringing your family up here. If you have children through education and things like that, you get more and more involved in the culture. You learn their history.
Yeah.
So, it's not just the locals and what you know about the locals and your family. Generally speaking, you get to learn a hell of a lot about Greece in general. And it becomes very, very interesting. It is a very addictive. Very addictive.
I know that's what Adrian and me found out when we done all the shows, when we start, all the filming work. It is the more you find out, the more addicted you get. You wanna. It's more, and there's always more. This island gives you more.
That's right. There's a surprise around every corner.
Totally.
Even when you're looking at the sea and the sky and the trees, the olive trees. you can be determined that you know every single color that you've seen,
yeah.
and then you'll register another one. You
Yeah.
know, the light is unique here. I mean, you must appreciate that being a cameraman.
Totally. It is,
Yeah.
you know, just in the morning when you come into the valley here in Petriti, you can get this nice mist.
Yes.
I love that. And when you capture that at the right moment, it's fantastic.
It
But
really
it's
is.
not for me, you know. I leave my camera sometimes at home for purpose
Yes.
because I take pictures and I do, but you know, I forget to enjoy it.
You
It is, you know what I mean. So it is,
yeah, yeah.
and here I have both. I got the time because I'm so close to beauty like that. So I got the time also to enjoy, and that's what makes it for me special.
Well, that's what's special about the Greeks, actually. I mean, a lot of people would probably say that Greeks really don't appreciate what they have here, but
Oh, they do.
I tend to disagree with that
They
comment
do.
because there isn't one Greek that I haven't met that hasn't said to me, "Live for the moment."
Yeah.
And that's,
And
for
that's,
someone to say that doesn't necessarily say that they're not appreciating their life here and you know what they have.
and what they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I get that full. It's when you live here, it's different. When you make holiday, you know, that's what it's so beautiful to make holiday here on
Yeah.
Corfu, is because on holiday you get that little bit of a feeling.
That's
Whereas
right.
in other holiday destinations, I think it's missing.
Yes, it's very important nowadays, especially the way tourism has gone through, let's say, the all-inclusive concept, where a lot of accommodations are sort of, let's say, copy-pasting the feel, very clean looks, very modern, very stylish. And obviously a la carte and things like that. Whereas the true Greece is very simple, but very rugged food. Be honest with you,
Yeah.
you know, you're picking weeds out of the garden, out of the fields, which is called horta here.
I love it.
And you know that this is unique salad that it's a cancer kicker, you know. I mean, I
believe it. I totally believe it. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
olive oil together, with the lemons they use. You know, I didn't know until I came to Corfu that instead of vinegar they use lemons.
That's
And they're
correct.
still doing so.
Yes, they do. It's very, very rare, actually, that they would use vinegar.
Vinegar. Yeah.
Only in some cases, but generally speaking, obviously because they
In the tavernas
they
now,
grow
yeah.
everywhere, don't they? I mean,
Exactly, that's what it is. Man, in the tavernas, they still give you a choice. They still put the oil and the vinegar on it.
that's right.
But if you ask for a lemon,
Yeah.
they're more than happy to give you one.
That's right.
Instead of the vinegar.
Well, I
And
think
that's
actually the vinegar's on the table more for the mosquito bite than anything
that
than a
could
salad.
be. That could be. That's not bad. But while I'm on it here, hi guys, thanks for logging on. Thanks for watching Interactive SK. That's where it's all about travel and living in Greece, and especially here on the beautiful island of Corfu. And we live from the fishing harbor of Petriti. No, that's the next thing, but Petriti.
Petriti, yes.
That's how you
Petriti.
say it. So we try our best, as I am. So,
Yes.
But, thanks for logging on. Thanks for watching. As we said, we're gonna get slowly into gear with our promotional tour of this beautiful island. And here we're gonna start off mobile. So this is our first location outside our studio. So in our mobile vehicle. And when you can see here, we are live from Petriti. And so thank you so much for logging on. And today, sadly, because Adrian had his first vaccine. So the vaccination, that's great. But he wasn't feeling that up and together. So we said he has to relax because we need him. So he is chilling. But instead of Adrian, our lovely Don Dukers came on board. So guys, that's so brilliant. And I think it brings a little bit of a mix today. So, and we sent all our love to it, mate, get well soon. So we talk constantly anyway. But you know, it's quite some, it's AstraZeneca. I don't need to say more, you know, sadly. Ooh, and he was worried about exactly that.
He
and
was
then,
actually, wasn't he, at the beginning? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
So, but hey, we're gonna have him back on the format. Gonna be back with all the updates of the travel news, what's going on. Because today I had really no time to put these things together,
Yeah.
but there are still things going on. So
There are lots of things going on. Yeah, I mean, the first few flights have been coming in slowly but surely, both actually from the UK, which was on the 17th of May. Just a couple of flights from the tour operator TUI, their charter flights from Gatwick and Manchester. And of course, there's more of a there's more of a movement from the German market.
This area, yeah.
The German market, there was far more flights that came in the day after yesterday. And we've seen also basically movement in and around, especially in the tavernas.
In the tavernas. Now you can see live tourism is here. So it's really it's the German-speaking market who arrived here at the moment. And a couple of Italians I saw, but I also saw a few English, not many.
Not many,
but they are said to come by next month. So it's all, and that's why we are a little bit slow with the show. We wanted to engage more, but
that's
everything
correct.
got
it's very
postponed,
difficult. Yes, no? And also it's very frustrating for a lot of the accommodation owners because they haven't been given a lot of information, I don't think, from travel agents and tour operators coming in who have moved their holidays on, not wanted to travel now. But just to be clear as well, I think, to be honest with you, from the UK, there are more people who actually own homes and businesses here that have actually come over now. Not necessarily people that have come for a holiday. There are people that obviously have to come here to sort their biometric cards out. Which is very important for them to do, especially if they own properties and etc. So, it's really difficult for everybody. Everyone, though, is keeping very positive. I have to say, it seems to be a long road without an end, but everyone is very determined that they have set an opening date. Let's say, for instance, a particular accommodation which is close to here in a lovely village called Vasalatica. It's and the Nina Regina rooms and apartments, and they've announced that they're going to open on the 22nd of May. So I'm going to be down there on Saturday doing a little bit of a live for them. So I'm really excited about them. They've made the decision now and they are opening. They haven't seen any cancellations, which is really, really good.
See, that's important. I'm just reading. I have to say hello to our viewers, or regular viewers, or new viewers who are coming in. I miss things out, but Stevie Stolzy McCabe posted a link on top for a crowdfunding for, I think, a playground or something. I'm gonna check that out, mate, later. Lauren Smith from Portsmouth is saying good evening. Lavinia is saying hello, and poor you, Adrian. I wish you a very speedy recovery. Robert James listening and getting glued up. So good. Margaret Johnson, hi guys, sorry missed you last week. We had our injection in the morning, so wasn't up for much of the day. See, this is another one. Hope everybody is okay. Yeah, we're getting there. This is another one. You feel it a little bit.
Yeah, any injection of any kind sort of takes it out of you, and I suppose it's every person reacting in a different way. To having the doses. So
exactly.
Fingers crossed for everybody out there that is having their vaccinations. The program's really stepped forward here. There are a lot more centres that are being open over these next few days all over Corfu in general for a lot of the workers, tourist workers, to actually come forward and be able to have at least their first vaccination
going.
So it's really, really positive news that for us all.
So it is in the hotels, is all the restrictions now. You have to get vaccinated before you start working, or is this then with self-tests compensated if you're not finished?
That's correct. We have to do self-tests are compulsory to do, and rapid tests as well. Obviously, depending on the size of the accommodation you're working. So obviously, the size of the unit, there's more people, more density. Normally, it's 2 self-tests per week for all workers in tourism at the moment. They are discussing whether that will be reduced and it will be down to 1 rapid test, but that's still in discussions at the moment. Generally speaking, the protocol from last year for the accommodations is pretty much the same. So all workers will have to wear masks and gloves, of course, especially the maids preparing the rooms, kitchen staff and things like that. There's not much difference.
To the
No, even
So,
though the
but they're taking
vaccination
the
is out
steps.
there. Yes, all the steps. Each accommodation now has to have a health certificate, a
Yeah,
COVID-19 health certificate for them to be able to
operate.
open and
Yeah.
operate correctly. And that's a real good safeguard, not only for the tourists, but of course for the people that are working in the hotels. It's a great step forward. So, yeah, fingers crossed. As I say, there are a number of accommodations that have already opened. One of the hotels from my your group, the Petriti Corfu in St. Peter's, close to Kavos, that opened on the 17th of May. I think the first guest actually stepped in on the 18th.
Oh, that's great. So they have some, and that's again. What is this? This is German speaking orientated more, or
it's international.
It's
an international
so
brand, so they can have French, German, Austrian, Polish.
English,
I mean, pretty
so
much.
It's all.
Yeah. So it's that for me is a real positive, and especially with it being an accommodation that's in the south. Obviously, I live in the south. I promote the south, but generally speaking, a lot of the accommodations normally start going forward around in the west coast in the centre, and in the north. But obviously, because as everybody knows, the north is a real hotspot for the UK market.
Of course,
isn't it?
Yeah. No, definitely. But it's good to hear from you, because you're out of the industry. You're still in the industry of hospitality, and it's great to know what steps are being taken and how you guys protect yourself, but at the same time also the guests.
Yes.
So the holiday makers. And the self. I have a question about the self tests.
Yes.
This is a self test. Do you know the because I don't know. I only heard it. I know how the boxes look, but what to do with it, I have no clue.
Well, it's just a saliva test. So I suppose it's like licking a stamp. licking a stamp.
That's a good
licking
one.
a stamp or in an envelope. So my daughters have actually done the self-test, and they've also done the rapid test. So yes, I mean at the end,
the whole process, and you have to send it. So
yes,
I understand.
It's on the internet, the Argani, it's called, on the government, Greece's government site. You put your personal password in, and you have to leave your details there. So
with that is a piece of paper coming. What tells you that, or
it just stays in the
start
system
from the beginning. I interrupted there.
It's all right. It's just you put in whether obviously it's you've taken the self test or the rapid test, and the details are in the system. And obviously, if it's a positive, if it is a positive test, then you're contacted, and you have to sort of go through the process and the protocol of instructing the authorities and etc. Generally speaking, though, as I say, a lot of the tavernas, restaurants, and the hotels, they've definitely got on board to making sure that all their staff members are up to date on the COVID-19 protocols with seminars. They have microbiologists and also doctors, local doctors who are, of course, within the association here. They come along and they actually do training for the staff members. And there's a discussion at the end, so it's not just a preach and tell with the protocols with the seminars that are done in the hotels. There's also discussion. So if any of the staff members have misunderstood any of the information or have got a little bit confused, then we can all sit down and discuss it.
So
and
there's
together
a point
with the
of
managers
contact
as well.
when you're really not sure.
Yes, of course, and everything's handed to them. So they know the protocol. They can read up at home.
At home, they can.
Yeah.
But it's just too good. I don't. I'm not that close. We in the studio, we try to follow the rules, and we try to get that all into. We don't want to risk anything. And for us, we're gonna have this. We just all started getting our vaccinations, but at the same time we probably have to apply to a rule to get self-tested. And the self-test kits, I know I go to the pharmacy, but it's daunting because you don't know what do I do with it, how quick is it.
Yes. that
it's
normally
planning. You plan.
yeah, of course you do. And normally speaking, Thomas, as you know very well, the chemists here, the pharmacists are really,
Great.
they're,
Fantastic.
they're really top job here. And there's no way you would walk out of any pharmacy or any chemist here without having the proper instruction from the person that's selling you the self-test or the rapid test.
That's great. Now I had the same experience. Definitely, I had the same experience here when I booked for Claire and me the vaccination. You know, she answered quick the questions. Are very competent in English too. So you know what makes you a little bit ashamed.
Yes.
You speak more the language, but you know what? You come in, getting into an age where it's not this easy. But now, okay, no excuses. I know. But let me go over. Thanks, guys, for logging on, for watching Interactive SK today. A little bit different. Today we got Don Dukas here with us, and the questions come in, but there is from Winnie. Is saying hello. She said, please say Kalispera to Maria. The late Stamatis taught that for me.
Oh,
I always go there and love just sitting next to the water. It's great. Oh, that's great.
Well,
See,
Stamatis Taverna is one of the oldest tavernas here on the corner there. So yeah, I mean, when I very first came back in 1990, the end of 1990 here, Stamatis Taverna was there, and it was just idyllic.
Idyllic, isn't it?
Absolutely idyllic. Yeah. Beautiful.
So it's one of the original tavernas.
It's one of the original ones, yeah.
Oh.
Good old Stamatis.
That's great. Now it's nice to see people remember and you take part. So say hello, John. Glitcher is saying, nice to see you both again. Thank you for logging on. Steve is saying, to your comment earlier about me setting up, he said, I have had the pleasure of Thomas last minute wham bam. He's amazing. Remember Cassiope, Thomas? Haha. Oh yes, I remember it well. And you know, I'm always up for a challenge. Why not? But nice to see you, mate. It's so great to hear from you, and I hope we can meet soon again. We still got a beer open, I think. But okay, Casitakuras is saying hi from Roda. Hope Adrian is okay. Thank you. Yes, it's great. Pierre Dowers is saying our EasyJet. Yeah, even our EasyJet flight evening light or EasyJet evening light was cancelled late June.
Oh,
so we rebooked for the next morning flight, due to less people flying, but enough to make 6 of our group now cancel their trip. Okay, so it's it's Richard Zebedee saying hi, Claire, Thomas, Adrian. How are you today? You know, Adrian here at the moment. There's the fabulous Don Dukas with Richard Zebedee. Richard Zebedee saying hi from Bournemouth. Hi, Richard. Nice to see you. And Woodsworth is saying hi, Steve-O. How are you? Okay, cool. This was not fast, but Dorothy is watching. David Roseman is watching. Hi guys, great to tune in again. Set in the garden, firing the raclette or what up and dodging the thunderstorm. I don't know.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
nice to see pictures of Kekira in the evening sun. Yeah, it's great. The sun is just setting here, so it's not long off before it really sets.
Yeah.
It's great. Margaret Johnson. Hi Dawn, you are doing great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Okay, and there are so many more coming in, guys. I'm so sorry. Aman Army Speller is saying hello from Finland. And hey, hi, Lavinia. Here is Sander now. Quite hard one. So I probably missed a few from you, but I apologize. It was a little bit of a rush today, but we didn't want to not come because make no sense, did it? And
no, it didn't, because all these businesses now are starting to open, and it's such a shame to not actually show you guys that here in Corfu. You know, we're really keeping our fingers crossed for 21 to season 2 start. And Thomas and Adrian and all the guys of Studio Kerikira really want to bring that to you.
Definitely.
So, you know, I should say Thomas was more determined than I was to actually
no, we just couldn't
could
let that down. It was just so great that the learner was waiting. They were excited we coming here. So it was really, but people are excited. We done it. Robert Eberly is saying, good evening, gents. So Ray Hamilton Burns is saying, hi from Nea Horaki. I'm waving at you from my balcony.
Oh,
great background on Petriti.
We're waving back.
Thank you so much.
But we're in the van. You're not going to see us.
Oh yeah, here you can wave now. Now they can see it.
Hi, Neoragi.
That's great. No, guys, thank you so much for writing in. it's that Jolly Rogers on the vessel right on off center. That Jolly Rogers, yeah, that could. Oh, I tell you, now, great guys, it's brilliant. You see this, it's a Jolly Roger. Rob, but nice to see you, Rob. Thanks for logging on. Sam Chandler is saying hello from Buckinghamshire, UK. Are you going to be talking to taking to different reports? Oh, yes, we're gonna do a lot for this summer season, aren't we? Oh my God, that's just the start. We're just getting ready because it beginning here has a little bit. Has been postponed.
It really has.
A week or two.
We're sort of floating at the moment, aren't we? So we're in floating mode at the moment. We have so much prepared, and there's so many businesses that we're going to bring to you during this summertime. It's just really waiting for the gun to go off, to start the race.
Exactly.
That's really what it will be being like.
We are allowed to travel now. We're okay to set up in different locations, but because the taverna, some said to us they're gonna be open last weekend. They pushed out. Not this weekend. It's got pushed out again. The one here is open now. And that's great, so we use this opportunity. But our full power tour has set a setback for a couple of weeks until really the thing going on, and we're gonna do mini documentaries, we're gonna do reports for different issues, and you guys even can send in any suggestions where I say, you know what, I would love to know that about my holiday. We're gonna find it out for me. If we don't know, we're gonna find out and maybe even make a little clip about it, but as much as possible. So we're trying really to promote as heavy as we can.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, we're interested in anything for newly created walks, horse riding places, anything that's different, new, and sort of inspiring. Basically, that's what we want.
What is on accommodation available? What is available on activities? Different activities on the island. What is available on food and drink?
And food for you, definitely.
Definitely, what is here, and you're gonna be surprised how many, how diverse it is.
Pleasantly surprised as well. Because many of the accommodations, they really, really had a fantastic renovation. And of course, because of what's been going on in the world, as far as the economy is concerned, you don't necessarily put two and two together. But there are so many accommodations that have had a full renovation, and we've seen some stunning work.
Look at the taverna here. I mean, we saw them working on it. They really all worked very hard. The accommodations,
very
the tavernas, the services, to restore, to renovate, to freshen it up. It's not renovating, it's freshening it up.
Yes, there's freshening up, and there's also full renovations as well. There's some really fantastic and very interesting new builds as well, new projects.
I mean, the Aerophilis, there's new project, and the Aerophilis example, he renovated, he restored completely indoors.
Yes, Perry Aspiotis down at Aerophili in Aspro Kavos. Obviously, everybody knows of Kavos, and what Studio Kerikova really wants to do this year, as well as Corfu South Promotions, is bring you a clearer picture of that area and that resort now. There are so many really tasty apartments down there, as well as hotels, and really, truly brave renovations of their rooms down there. Yeah,
incredible.
And we're going to be bringing that. I'm really, really pleased
definitely.
About
and some we do live. That's how the mixture gonna go this season for us.
That's
We're doing a show like that now, but we could be in a holiday resort or in a fantastic villa or apartment or taverna, or on beaches, really secluded places, or funny place of history. So that's how it's gonna mix. And there is a couple of more stuff like the interactive escape pop-up is coming your way too. So there's a lot of things happening, but they all start when the season starts. So in 1-2 weeks time, I think we are really there.
I think so too. I am really keeping my fingers crossed that I think it will be really strong from the 28th of May. I think that's a clear day that it will really sort of step forward big time as far as the season's concerned. I'm really praying that that's going to be the case. And then, of course, it helps Studio Kerikila able to do all the programming and make sure
great.
the
Corfu
live
South
thing can
promotion.
go off.
We're gonna stock up in there because it's
Yeah.
great. So
hopefully catch up with the lovely Lizzie and Jeannie tours again.
Exactly. So we're gonna bring so pop-up tours. You know, this is so throughout the week we're just gonna pop up. There's not gonna be a lot of notice because the thing is, you live here, and one thing you realize quickly: all the fantastic things happening to you happening spontaneously.
Yes,
they just happen without
like
any
this
warning.
evening.
Exactly, and you just go, "Wow, what's going?" And be able to just log on or click or get into that with these pop-up streams like we are with the van. It's possible. We just can, there's things happening. We just can set up so quick and show you that's some moments. That's real Greek moments, I call them.
It's very true, Thomas, especially in the summer season, because of course many of the islands are only subject to 6 months or a 7-month season. Everything in those 7 months is very spontaneous because everything's working really, really quickly. And of course, under the circumstances that we're all living in as well, we don't really know what's happening from one day to the next.
To the next, yeah. So that's the beauty here, isn't
it? Yeah.
But it's really, and we have the best memories I have from this island. What's lots. Of course, no, it's always these spontaneous things.
Yeah.
They stuck with you. There you see, there you see the real Corfu.
Oh, definitely. I was spontaneously proposed to be married.
Yeah, I mean, you lucky you said that because I looked at your wedding pictures. Only this morning you posted. I nearly got them into the show, but
no.
But a typical Greek wedding.
A typical Greek wedding, yes. I was very lucky to have around 60 of my family and friends that came out for 2 weeks. We had the wedding in the middle of the fortnight. And it was an absolutely spectacular evening watching British people trying to Greek dance.
The Greek dance.
And Greek people trying to do the international dance.
Yeah.
It was a very funny evening. It was lovely. And it was one of the local tavernas. I picked it. It was very simple. I didn't have a big stadium wedding center or anything like that. It's a local taverna, and
so it's just
it was beautiful. Just like Leonidas here down in Petriti, yeah.
So that's the best locations, the best venues.
It's the best,
especially for a Greek wedding, isn't it?
It is. It's the best venues, and you can be sure that you're going to get absolutely fabulous food. That's really important for the Greek people. They know their food.
But let's go back to wedding. Well, I had this, we have a list, and when the full power starts, we're making reports, and one of the reports, of course, gonna be about weddings, and I have their questions on an email regarding that, and that wasn't you the best person. Now I'm just can hit with it.
Oh my God! The pressure's on.
I was asked a question via email regarding a proper Greek wedding. If you're not Greek but you want to get married here on Corfu, is that a possibility to have really a proper fat Greek wedding?
Oh, a proper fat
or is
Greek
that disrespectful?
Wedding?
Is this disrespectful too?
It's not disrespectful, but one thing, it was a very, very long time when I got married. It was back in 93. But I do believe that the rules are still the same. If anyone is wanting the big fat Greek wedding, so in a Greek Orthodox church, they would definitely both have to be baptized before the priest would honor it. And probably even one of the couple would have to be Greek Orthodox baptized.
I mean, as the religious way, I totally understand that, and that is how it should be.
They are
but when
very
I say
particular.
Now I go over to the reception, and I want, I got my registry done here in a nice location, but then I want that reception, that experience, that Greek, experience can you really?
Yes, of course. There are some really, really smart wedding organizers here in Greece, and some of them are even married to locals themselves. And if they're not, they've certainly got people who work with them who are married for locals. So they have the knowledge of exactly what you would have in a menu at at my big fat Greek wedding. All the accessories, the whole Monty, but the full Monty. But also, it would be very interesting to see if any of the Greek priests would actually do a blessing on
just
civil,
a blessing, but on a civil one. That would be maybe a nice touch.
Civil. Yeah. So, but any priests out there that are listening in this evening, I have a couple of cousins that are priests, so that will be something that I will ask them, and we'll get back with an answer.
See, so that's it. Thank you so much for the questioning, because we got a couple. One of our viewers has tried to get married last year already, and she had to cancel it, so she's trying this year again. So every little bit helps, but to get that. So let's over to the more awkward side of getting married. If I want really a Greek wedding party thing, what do you think it costs? Do you have any inclination of that? What do you think the price range of something like that is? Do we talking, 2,000-3,000 euros, or do we talking around, 8,000 to 12,000 euros? So it depends on how many people.
Of course, it depends. Normally, the Greek weddings are big affairs. Normally, so before pandemic, you would be basically approximate 450 people.
Wow.
Approximately.
So that's cheaper to sponsor a Banieri. and make that a wedding ceremony. I don't know.
It's a little bit like a Banieri, yes. It's
so this is like so Greek weddings are really big, so they can be up to 400 or 500 people, and that costs you then. Then we're talking 15,000 to 20,000 euros just on a wedding. No?
Yeah, easily. Absolutely.
Well, it's a big thing here, isn't it?
It is a huge thing here.
It's nothing like that anywhere else, I know.
No. I mean, there's so much desire for your Greek son or your Greek daughter to continue, the family and to have their own family. Yeah. They're very, very passionate about it. Family is everything here. So yeah, I mean, the Greek, my big fat Greek weddings are big and fat. Oh, they're big affairs. Yeah.
That's great. But that was one of the questions. I thought, why not? We're just speaking about weddings. Why not bring that in? So it is because the season is starting for that too, and we're going to do something on it, definitely.
And the truth is, Thomas, that Corfu is getting extraordinarily popular for people wanting to get married here. Yeah. And it's a good thing, especially for the South, because there's a particular company also that's just started out, and they're looking for venues down in the South as well, not just in Corfu town in the North, which again is just absolutely super. I mean, we have beaches down here to die for.
Oh, it's great. I love it here, so especially Notos, and then you carry on the Afloniotis.
Yes.
Yeah? But here over Petriti is a lovely beach. Then you go Bukhari. From Bukhari, it's quite interesting. And then the further you go down, the better they get. I mean, just down by Lefkimi, it's wow.
I know you have so much choice here. You literally have shingle bays, seaweed coves, golden miles of sand dunes, and white beaches as well, where Buka Beach is in Lefkimi.
It's great. Yeah, I love Buka Beach. That's great for the beach bar down there. The sun, he does this every year so fantastic. But it's one thing what I really like on the south. I love the whole of the island. Yeah. But one thing what is special for me here is on the south is if I want to go over to the west coast, Santa Barbara, Minnesota, or St. George, I'm there in less than 10 minutes because it's not that
It's
wide.
Fabulous, isn't it? Absolutely fabulous. You can, obviously on the east coast.
Beach,
Yeah, this
Paramonas Beach.
Yeah,
what do you drive Paramonas Beach from here?
For visitors that haven't been to Corfu before, and maybe you haven't already booked, what you need to be aware of is the east coast is where the sun rises, and the west coast is where it sets. Yeah, so if you're wanting to have a sunset every evening, then you're wanting to go on the west coast without a shadow of a doubt.
Or you book a fantastic holiday apartment up at Klomos.
That's right, and you see everything.
And you see both sides. No?
You do, indeed.
That's bad. It's not far from us here. It's always don't in the south. You can cross from the west to us from the east to the west in 10 minutes.
It's
less.
Amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So
certain points is less, isn't it? When you go Halicunas over to Moretica, don't drive long.
That's
Here,
right.
St. George to Petriti, what do you drive? 10 minutes.
It's literally 6 kilometers, not even that. It's
great.
Amazing, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
And I can hear people are laughing, people are smiling here in the back. In the taverna, it's great.
Yeah.
Leonidas, yeah?
Leonidas, yeah.
Leonidas taverna. I'm getting the thing right.
Vasilis and Effie, who run this taverna with their family, with their lovely kids. Kids, I should say, nearly all grown up now, but yeah, and unfortunately they didn't work this particular taverna last year. It stayed closed and coming from 19, so it's
to have
so
this open
nice.
Is great. I'm very, very happy to see that. We got a couple of questions in here. I mean, one thing is Tom Giddings is saying we are actually looking to get married in Corfu. Tom, that's great.
Wow.
A few of us, a follower of us, thank you, Tom. Really, it's he's a top fan of SK and actually looking, and that's great. See, and this is the stuff. So if you want to know anything, write us in, send us an email, send a thing, or send a message to Aid. That's great.
You can get lots of information on the Corfu forums, as well as Corfu South Promotions page on Facebook, about weddings and what's required and etc. So yeah, that's a wonderful news. Thanks for choosing Corfu as your
that's
your
great.
start of your new life.
We were spot on with talking about the wedding. I had the feeling I had to put that one in. But here, Dorothy is saying, do you get many camper vans arriving on Corfu, and where do they park up?
We do actually.
We do. I see every year a lot of camper vans.
Yeah, and they seem to be from France.
Germany, France, and some from England.
Yes.
But I saw there were a couple with their children. They were traveling last year or season around here on Corfu. But no, we getting definitely. I see in Halicunas, I saw a lot of camper vans. I mean, more or less, you can park here anywhere you like.
Pretty much,
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what I would suggest to anyone with wanting to do that type of holiday, just be friendly with the locals, and they'll allow you to literally park anywhere.
They park anywhere.
All you need to say is a nice calimera, and the majority of them will be okay.
Definitely, man. There is also camping areas in the south, also Pala Castrizza. So there is camping areas on Corfu.
And up in Dacia,
so and that's another thing we're gonna do a little report on and get more clued up on it. But I know there's camper vans, and you can Halicunas beaches example, they come down. When you have your own power supply, it's great.
That's right.
You can few days down there in the sand dunes. Perfect.
Yes, and of course there's the marinas and the ports that have the power supplies now as well, and you can actually pay for the power supply there.
I mean, I think here I saw last year here in Petriti a camper van moored up, and he got power hooked up. Okay, he paid like the sailing boats, but he was able to stay here for a couple of days. Just around the corner they did that too, and somehow they laid the cable. I don't know, but everything is possible in Greece. That's pure traveling. And with the camper van, oh my God, I'm jealous. A motorhome. I'm jealous. That's the way to explore Greece, explore Corfu.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like you say, not even just Corfu, the whole of Greece. It's such a spectacular country. There's so many different landscapes and faces to Greece. It really, really is. But certainly within Corfu, there's so much to see here. And like I say, 30 years I've been here, and I'm still being surprised.
Exactly, you're still so enthusiastic, so excited about this place, and that's great. No, but camper van, yes. So you more or less you can park where you like here. But there's also camping areas here, and also by the boards, so Benitsis, and so you can log on. You can ask the little port authority there if it's or the marina office, and they allow you. I know it from I think Guvia. I know two who did that in Guvia Marina with their motorhome, and this was great. So no, there is places, and we're gonna find much more out about that. And as the sun is setting, I just want to say here in the background now, the mountains you see, that's the mainland of Corfu.
Well, yes. I mean, we are very close to Lefkimi. So from Petriti, you have a distance of about 20-25 minutes drive to Lefkimi Port.
Lefkimi Port,
It has two ports, Corfu Town and Lefkimi Port. And from Lefkimi Port, you can actually get over to mainland Greece on a ferry in 45 minutes. It's approximately €5 ticket. You can get even discounted now for €2.50
Yeah,
per
it's
person.
amazing deals available for that. Yeah,
It's actually cheaper to go to mainland Greece than it is on the bus to Corfu town at the moment, I think.
I think so. Yeah, it's cheaper going left Kimmy.
Yeah.
But that's great. I mean, here's the fishing harbor of Petriti. We're gonna show you much more about this area because we have other things planned here where we can show you. So that was, more or less. That's, it's sad because this is the time again, and I said that's all we got time for today. Today was a little bit of a different interactive escape because of the postponement of the opening for holiday. And we opened for holiday, but the hotel's postponed and the Werner's postponed, so it's not fully open. And on the other, Adrian finally started his first session of vaccination, but sadly enough, it didn't do so well for him for a couple of days now, so he needs another day of resting up. He's okay, don't worry, he's fine, he's okay, he's marvelous, and he gonna be back with us in the next episode. So, and today I was so happy to have you here, Don. This was so great. We put this together last minute because people were waiting for it, and also the Taverna here, so they were really excited, and so is we. So hey, thank you to Leonidas Taverna for giving us the electric and hooking us up here. So it's great. We wish them all the best for this season because that's one of the establishments what sadly was closed last year, and we're so happy to see it open
Absolutely.
again.
And I would very much like to see you, Thomas, do one of your Venetian, your ancient Greek recipes here.
Oh, that would be interesting. See, guys, that's also things. That's also things what gonna come very soon over the season. We're gonna get a little bit experimenting with things. We show a little bit about history. We show about activities, accommodation, and everything you need to know about traveling in Greece or Corfu. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for all the questions. It were fantastic. It's great to hear from you. So, but for today, have a fantastic week, especially weekend. Enjoy it, and I hope we can see you soon here on Corfu or in Greece. Until then, have a great week.
See you guys.
So, Dawn, yes, thank you, Dawn, for coming in. Thank you, Dawn, for helping me out here. And I think we winged it. It's great.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. I've loved this evening. Thank you all again for being so patient as well. You wouldn't believe that what Thomas performed to actually get this show up and running today. We wish Adrian a quick recovery. We really do. But thank you, Adrian, for not being quite well. So I had the chance to see this man in action doing all this technical business. Absolutely amazing. Really, really enjoyed speaking with Thomas this evening, and obviously with all the listeners in. You all take care. You all stay safe. Dream of Corfu and get it booked. Come and see us. We're all waiting for you.
Great, that was nice. Thank you. So here's the Taverna again, and just before we go, here is the fishing harbor of Petriti. It was great to interact with you guys. Thanks for logging on. Thanks for watching, and goodbye until next week. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.